So I'm getting ready to head out right now for a 4-day trip to Las Vegas for a friend's wedding. I thought I would do another what's in my travel bag video because this has posed some unique packing situations. The temps are going to be almost 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to need to pack formal wear for the rehearsal dinner and the wedding. Before we dive into luggage though, I'm going to go over what I'm wearing on the plane because, as we all know, if you're packing light, what you wear on the plane is just as important as what you're packing. For my plane outfit, I'm going to be keeping it pretty light and comfortable because the temps aren't getting down too low. I don't need to worry about wearing extra jackets or layers like I sometimes do, like my most recent winter cold weather trip to Michigan. I am going to be bringing a merino wool t-shirt. This one is from Woolly, my long-standing favorite for merino wool shirts. I will be trying one other brand as well on this trip. We'll get into that later, but I've got my black Woolly t-shirt as well as my Relwyn utility wind zip pants. These pants are super comfortable. I wear them practically every day, perfect for running errands. They're super comfortable to lounge in, but they also look really good and can pass for normal outfits and not necessarily just like active wear, athleisure type of vibe. For footwear, I am changing it up just a little bit. A lot of times I'll bring my On Cloud X shoes, but those aren't quite as stylish for normal day-to-day outfits. I'm traveling with friends. We're going to be going out and doing things, so I wanted to be a little more style conscious on this trip, even outside of the formal situations. I'm bringing these Reebok. These are the 1983 vintage classic leather shoes. I got these maybe 6 months ago or so now. They are supremely comfortable, so I know I'm not going to have any issues like walking big miles in these, and I think they look great. This kind of classic vintage styling, super comfy but still stylish outfit for the plane. That will definitely translate into my days there exploring around town. And moving on from that, I am breaking my cardinal one bag rule on this trip, and I'm bringing a personal item bag as well as my roller carry-on bag. I normally like to keep it really light, but I'm bringing a full suit. I have to bring an extra pair of shoes. That takes up more than half of my normal bag, and I wanted to have just a nice, easy, quick access plane bag with me. This is the Air Go backpack. Talked about this pretty recently in a best new travel gear video, I think it was. I absolutely love this backpack. It's the perfect size for a personal item too. You have luggage pass through on here if you need it, but really nice, just compact, super lightweight, packable backpack. For when I get there, I've got this little Air Go sling. I think it's like 1.5 liters. Having a sling while you're traveling is amazing. A lot of times I don't want to bring a full backpack with me if I'm exploring around a town or city, but I like being able to have kind of my travel EDC setup in a easier way than loading in all of my pockets. So bringing this with me as well as some sunglasses. These are both more for when I get there, obviously. And then for my water bottle, I have the Lark Bottle Movement. This is the 25-ounce non-insulated version, I believe. Moving into electronics, I keep a pretty simple setup here, but I have a few extra little perks since I'm going to be spending some quiet time in the hotel. My wife's in the wedding and I'm not, so I should have a bit of extra free time, which will be great. I'm bringing this 140-watt charger from Ugreen. It has 3 different ports on here, perfect for laptop usage, and then you have a couple of extra ports as well for just like normal recharging stuff. I've got my AirPods. These are the AirPods Pro 2. I'm bringing a second brick as well. I believe this one's 40 watts. This has 3 ports and this one has 2 ports, but just so I have a little bit of diversity on where I can plug stuff in the hotel. You never know what the outlet situation is going to be. Next up, I'm bringing this little Roku stick. I'm hoping to be able to plug this into the hotel TV and use it just to be able to access all of my streaming and my Plex server at home. While I'm there, just way nicer than relying on whatever they have on their like cable channels in the hotel, like it's 2001. For a phone charger, I'm bringing this little ESR Halo Lock. It's a kickstand charger, so you have a little kickstand built in, and it plugs in USB-C, so you don't need to worry about having a dedicated lightning cable for your phone. Also bringing a MagSafe battery pack. This is the Banks. It's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. I've really loved this thing. It stays in my normal day-to-day EDC as well. Super convenient. Bringing my Kindle. I've been on a really big reading kick lately. I just finished this morning Hidden Pictures. I can't remember the author. I think it was Jack something. It was the 2022 Goodreads Award. I read it and finished it this morning. It was excellent. I know some people had some mixed thoughts on it, but I really enjoyed it. Let me know if you're reading any books. Like I said, on a big kick right now. I would love some recommendations. Aside from that, I have a few cables here. This looks like a bit of a rat's nest, but I'm bringing this really long cable. This one is from Nomad, I believe. I think it is a 2-meter cable. I've just got a couple of USB-C cables, a cable for the Roku, and a cable to charge my headphones. And I am bringing this InCharge X as well. It's kind of a multi-port little, almost like multi-tool of cables. That's it for the tech. Aside from my laptop, we'll move into toiletries next. So for my Dopp Kit, I'm using the Air. I believe this is the Travel Kit 2. I used it on my last trip a couple of months ago back to Michigan. It was really nice. Definitely looking forward to using it again. For my liquids bag, I'm using this little quart-sized reusable bag from Gravel. Really convenient just to have something permanent so you're not wasting Ziploc bags or having to worry about, I know some people just go without putting their liquids in the clear bag. I always like to, just to not raise any problems when I'm going through security. I like to be fast, and so just throw everything in here and then you can load it back up after you get through the security checkpoint. Pretty simple setup for this though. I normally like to do my all solids toiletry kit when I can, but bring in a few extra items because I have to dress up for that wedding. But I've got my little Gravel Travel bamboo toothbrush, really lightweight, just nice toothbrush. Instead of regular toothpaste, I'm a big fan of toothpaste tabs. I've been using these ones from a brand called Smile recently. Really nice. I love the packaging too, and they have a little like welcome kit that comes with a bigger glass container to use at home, and then you get this little like travel tin that you can keep the toothpaste tabs in. Really nice and convenient, a lot better for the environment, a lot easier for travel, kind of a win-win there. I've got my little travel beard brush. This is really great to keep the beard tamed, especially when you're out and traveling. I've got my beard oil. This is Temple Smoke from Beard Brand, my favorite scent and my favorite beard oil company. I've been a long-time fan of Beard Brand for like over a decade now. Really great stuff, really great scents as well. On the note of Beard Brand as well, I have my Beard Brand utility bar in this little Matador dry bag soap case. Keeps your soap bar nice and doesn't get any of your stuff all scummy and disgusting from having like old wet soap bar in there. I've got this little Matador liquid pouch. I'm going to keep my face moisturizer in there. Got a little travel deodorant. I've got 2 little tubes here, one for ibuprofen, one for my vitamins. These little containers are really nice if you're buying, little travel size of ibuprofen. You can reuse them. I did just recently see Garage Grown Gear. They're a little more backpacking gear focused, but they sell these for like 60 cents or something. So I picked up a couple of extras to be able to use so I can have multiples now without having to, buy a whole big thing of ibuprofen. I can buy my bulk ibuprofen and just refill these as needed. To style my hair, I'm bringing this. It's the Hans de Foucault Quicksand. I used to use this for a few years every single day. I wear hats and work from home now most of the time, so I don't style my hair very often, but this will do me some good for the wedding since I'm obviously not going to be wearing a baseball cap there. Getting into the main event, the luggage I'm bringing is the Carl Frederick Carry-On Pro. I've used this suitcase on a few trips now and absolutely love it, and Carl Frederick was nice enough to actually sponsor this week's video, so huge thanks to them. If you're not already familiar, Carl Frederick is a luxury leather goods brand. They produce like everyday goods as well as amazing travel gear and luggage. My year or so using the Carry-On Pro has been absolutely excellent. It's a lightweight polycarbonate hard shell suitcase, which is really great. You always want to look for hard shell if you're looking for a long-term kind of buy it for life piece of luggage. Has a really great premium feel. On top of that, you have kind of the gold standard for wheels. These are 360-degree Hinomoto spinner wheels. They're silent. They're smooth. They are perfect. They also use a zipperless design for the main compartment, which is really nice. It's just fewer failure points to be able to have brakes in your luggage. They have these really satisfying locks that just click into place with like a light touch of a finger. Super satisfying, and you have locks built in there as well if you need. You have really nice Italian leather detailing. This is a vegetable tan vachetta leather that goes across. I have the chocolate, but they also have a couple of other colors as well if you'd prefer. And the premier feature for the Carry-On Pro, you have this kind of slide out hard-sided quick access pocket in the front. Really great to keep your laptop in or any other kind of quick access items while you're at the airport. Carl Frederick also offers a 100-day trial period with a full refund if it doesn't work out for any reason. You have a lifetime warranty, which is always such an important thing to look for when you're looking for high quality luggage. They ship anywhere in the world and have really solid customer service. Just all in all, it has been an excellent year testing and using this thing. Huge thanks again to Carl Frederick for sponsoring this week's video. Be sure to check the links in the description below if you want to learn more about the Carry-On Pro or the packing cubes I'll be using or the City Hopper backpack I've talked in the past. Huge fan of everything that they're doing over there. But without any further ado, let's get into what's inside of this thing. I feel like this is the most clothes I've packed on a trip in a very long time, but like I said, it was a unique situation. I need to dress in a full suit for a wedding. I need a second nice outfit and jacket to wear for a rehearsal dinner, and I also need to just go around town in Vegas with my friends and hang out, have fun, and still look decent. Normally much more utilitarian when I'm traveling, so it's just a really unique and interesting situation for me, especially because I don't have a lot of dress clothes. I rarely need to dress up, but starting off here, I don't have it packed into these yet. I didn't want to add any wrinkles until right when I'm heading out, but I have a full suit here and dress shirt, just some dress pants and a blazer actually, and a white dress shirt, just super basic, non-travel specific items here. Still wanted to show you though, and I will actually link an article down below for a way to pack a suit without getting it wrinkled. There's a specific folding method I found a few years ago when I had to fly back to Michigan and bring a suit with me for a funeral, unfortunately, but I tried it then and it worked perfectly, so I will definitely be doing that again. But I'm heading out in 2 days and I didn't want it to sit folded for 2 days because that would just increase the chance of wrinkles. So that's my main wedding outfit. In addition to that, I am bringing these boots. They're about 10 years old from Johnston and Murphy. They're kind of wingtip dressier looking boots in my opinion, at least. It's not like super formal. It is an outdoor wedding, but it's cocktail attire. So I'm bringing these with me. I don't actually have any other proper dress shoes. I grew out of them. I've hiked probably about 1,500 miles in the last couple of years, and my feet have grown out of my old dress shoes. Who'd have thought that would happen, but it did. So bringing these with me for the rehearsal dinner outfit as well as the wedding outfit. Diving into everything else, I have a really nice herringbone button-up shirt from Taylor Stitch. Going to be wearing this with the same jacket from the wedding for an outfit for the rehearsal dinner. So still good to have those multi-purpose items whenever you can. It really adds an extra layer of dressiness to this otherwise kind of casual looking t-shirt, and so it kind of doubles up on the use for the jacket. Makes me feel a bit better about bringing it. In addition to that, I'm bringing some nice just cotton chinos. These are the 365 pants from Flint and Tinder. They're super comfortable, really nice stretch. They look really great too. You can kind of dress them up or down. I'm going to be wearing these with t-shirts for the rest of the trip as well. In addition to my more casual arcade belt I'm wearing on the plane, I have this just cheap brown belt. I've been needing to get a nicer leather belt to wear for situations like this, but they just don't come up very often, so I keep forgetting to research. If anyone has any recommendations for like really high quality belt brands, let me know down in the comments. Also going to be bringing a bathing suit, hoping we can get some pool time there. It's going to be almost 100 degrees on Sunday, which is just absolutely insane. And outside of that, I am also bringing 2 t-shirts. These will be my main shirts outside of the formal events. Like I said, I'm wearing the woolly t-shirt on the plane. That is my tried and true, like long-term favorite. I am also trying out the Proof 72-hour merino shirts here. They're super soft and they're a little bit more thin and sheer almost. I think that'll be good for this really extreme heat I'm about to deal with after being in the extremely cold Portland winter and spring. So we'll see how these perform. I'll be sure to report back after the trip. This should be going live a couple days after I get back as well. So I'll leave a note like I did on the last trip, how everything went. There wasn't a lot of clothes in that packing cube. I could have fit all of these into one like I normally would, but I wanted to make sure to leave some room so I'm not overly wrinkling my nicer outfit for the event. Outside of that, I have just like an underwear and accessory cube here. I've got a tie to go with my suit for the wedding. I've got an undershirt to wear underneath my white dress shirt. This one is from Tommy John. I got it for my wedding almost 10 years ago now. And it's this kind of cream nude color, so it doesn't show through the shirt. Really nice. This is a super comfortable one. I'll put a link if they still sell these. Like I said, that's like 10 years old at this point now. I've got a few handkerchiefs as well. I'm a big handkerchief fan and carrier. Always got to have those. Packing a second watch, just something that looks a little bit nicer and more formal for the nicer dress and events. This is from Nordgreen, longtime favorites of mine. I know I've been on that big like digital Casio kick lately, but these are still really solid watches for the price, especially in situations like these. Outside of that, just have my socks and underwear. I've been using the Ex Officio Give and Go boxer briefs for a long time. These are the 2.0s. I have the 1.0s as well, but the 2.0s are a little bit nicer feeling. I can't remember the exact differences, but bring in 3 pair of those. I'm not going to mess around with doing any sink laundry since it's such a short trip. Then 3 pair of Darn Tough merino wool socks. These are the really like lightweight, thin Darn Toughs. They're really great for the summer months. This is what I use in the summer when I'm backpacking and sweating profusely, so it should be perfect in this situation as well. Wool stuff is just great year-round. For cold weather, for warm weather, it kind of works in both directions perfectly. But that's it for the rest of the clothes. It feels like so much for me. I'd be curious to hear what anyone's thoughts are. If you do a lot of traveling where you have to dress up for formal events, this is kind of new territory for me, so I put a lot of thought into figuring out how to maximize these 2 different outfits with sharing the jacket and still being able to handle almost 100-degree heat when I'm in there. I'm still just really curious to see how that pans out, but I'll leave an update down in the comments because I'll be back by the time this goes live. Thank you all so much for watching though, and let me know what your travel setup is looking like if you have any trips planned in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.